Imagine you put yourself in a situation where you have to give 50,000 refunds. Think about that, 50,000 refunds. That's what happened to us. And that was the catalyst that gave us this vision to create LaunchCart, the source and sell marketplace, and then banking as a service. So let me tell you the story. So we started doing e-commerce for celebrities and helping launch brands and managing their e-commerce. And while doing this, we thought to ourselves, God, we need to create our own platform. This platform really did that good, this idea form. Concurrently, we said, hey, let's get into the drop shipping space. And we'll drop ship stuff from China so we can kind of figure out the pain point. So as we're building our platform, 7 months, we sold 400,000 people. That's the good news. The bad news is suppliers in China only deliver 350,000 products, not 5,000 products. So we said to ourselves, well, we got to do the right thing. We're men of integrity. Let's just give refunds. So we started giving refunds, thinking, okay, we're going to take our loss. We got kicked in the teeth. We're going to take our loss. We're going to do what we have to do. We started giving refunds. We're thinking, okay, we're going to take our loss, but we'll get back. We'll just keep going and keep blowing and going, right? Wrong, because guess what happened? Every merchant account, every bank account, within 45 days got shut down, and we were out of business. Think about it. We were doing $1 million, $1.5 million, $2 million a month in revenues profitably, using that money to build LaunchCart, and next thing you know, we're out of business. That's the bad news. The good news is the vision's got even clearer, and here we are 4 years later, LaunchCart's up and running. We've got customers. We have our LaunchCart CRM. We have our LaunchCart Academy. We have our launch leads, and we have our launch ads, and we got great technology, and now we're getting ready to build the source and sell marketplace with our split payment banking as a service merchant system. Hey, my name is Greg Ryder, CEO and founder of LaunchCart, and thanks for taking a few minutes to watch this video. Our vision is to create this e-commerce digital marketing platform that really takes all of the pain points and gets rid of them and really lowers the barrier of entry for anybody to get into one of the hottest verticals on the globe, and that's e-commerce. And right now, there's a lot of people out there providing a lot of tools. You got to integrate with this one, integrate with that one. And our goal is to make an all-in-one e-commerce platform where you can just get everything you need. Now, when we talk about the problems that entrepreneurs face, we first talk about technology and integrations and how difficult it is to build something and integrate something. So we designed our platform to be easy, speed to market, and really get something up and going fast. 2 is product sourcing. Now, maybe I have a product that I invented or that I make, but in order to be successful online, you need to have a store. You need to have multiple products. And when you think about the combination of an e-commerce platform that really is just like an alternative to Shopify or BigCommerce or WooCommerce, the other platforms out there, and then the source and sell marketplace, which really is a marketplace that we allow brands and manufacturers to upload their products into the marketplace, program their wholesale costs and the shipping information, then allowing LaunchCart sellers, as well as Shopify sellers, BigCommerce sellers, and other sellers around the globe to connect to the source and sell marketplace and click a button and have products to drop ship. Now, right now, you can do this on Alibaba and AliExpress and Orbelow and Markel and these different drop shipping marketplaces, but 90% of the products are from China. I want to get rid of China. I thought that was a bad experience. I thought that was a bad business thing. So we thought to ourselves, okay, if we build our marketplace, how do we attract real brands? How do we get real brands involved in this direct-to-consumer drop shipping space? Okay, we came up with this one. The pain point is they want the customer data. Other marketplaces aren't giving them the customer data. 2, they want a guarantee that they're getting paid. Well, because we own the LaunchCart e-commerce platform and we own the source and sell marketplace, as we integrate those two,
Ask yourself one question. Am I a doer or a dabbler? Marketers are doers. They want to sell online and make a profit doing it. Marketers say they make it hard at times, but it's possible. Dabblers say it may be possible, but it's too hard. Marketers have proven plans and frameworks. Dabblers have excuses. Marketers see possibilities. Dabblers see problems. Marketers make it happen. Dabblers let it happen. Marketers sell on Launchcart. Dabblers exist on other platforms. Which are you, a marketer or a dabbler? I am a marketer.
Hello. Mr. Gregory is muted, but hello, everyone.
I said boom, and you say
Booyah.
no, bam. It's boom, bam.
Oh, boom, bam. Boom, bam, boom, bam. Chicka boom.
Chicka boom, chicka boom. What's happening, everybody?
Hello.
We haven't worked very good together. Like I'm saying boom and she's saying booyah. It's supposed to be boom bam. You should know that. Boom bam.
Well, you threw me off. Normally I do it all on my own. Like normally I go boom bam. And then I kind of forgot.
Boom bam. Okay.
Hello, I see Rick is here. Joel, Carmen, if you're here, comment below. Say hi. Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's happy hump day, middle of the week.
Hey, did you come up with some contests for today?
Hello. I did not. But
well, come up with some because I want to give away some launch cart merch, baby. Who wants some merch?
Well, I'm always going to be giving away some stuff for if you're actively engaging in the chat throughout the whole, live. You have to show up live and you have to answer our questions and be engaged. Okay, so I will give an engagement giveaway towards the end for that. Okay, hello. Yes, love to see it. Hi, Julie. I see a Facebook user. I don't know who it is, but hello. Yes. How is everyone? Who here maybe didn't catch yesterday but watched the replay? Because like I keep saying, if you guys are catching the replay, I want you to, comment #replay. I want to acknowledge you and say thanks for showing up. I want to know who maybe didn't tune in yesterday but watched the replay and loved yesterday's training, and comment below if you have any takeaways from yesterday's training. I'd love to hear. So
my takeaway was you are amazing. Oh, wow. I have the most amazing daughter.
Did you watch the replay?
No, I didn't. I have to admit.
Oh, so you're just saying I'm amazing? That's biased. Julie goes, caught the live and watched a bit of the replay. Okay, I love that. And it's great, you guys. If you join us live and you're gonna go do the tasks that we're showing you to do, you can still watch and replay. Like, let this be ingrained in your brain. Oh, yes. You're the second person, Joel, who has brought that up to me. Take note about the pending emergency broadcast test at 2:20 Eastern today. Yeah, so there might be some big national broadcast going on that might interrupt us.
Okay. Give us the earthquake.
Branding is the most important of all things marketing. Yes. Creating that connection for you and your audience. Leaving that impact, that emotional connection. Okay, Pop, so what do we have on today's agenda?
All right. Today's agenda is we are going to talk about how to find designs to put on your merchandise products, what's kind of available with merchandise products. A lot of you know this, some of you are new. And again, as in yesterday, if you're here for the first time, or you were here yesterday and this is the second time, but if you're new to Candace and I and the Launch Cart, just type in the word new. Put the word new in, and I want to see how many new people we are here. So we're going to talk today about how to find designs that are guaranteed to sell, where to do the research, how to spy on other people, and we're going to go through the concepts of what you should be thinking. So now you got your branding from your logo, your color palette, all that kind of stuff going. Now you go, I want to create some designs that are going to make me money, right? And we're going to talk about that. I'm going to give you my stuff with that. And again, we're going to recap launch links, which Candace, I want you to do that next. With the launch links and how the launch links works and what that link is all about. And that's kind of your number one thing to bookmark and define for people that weren't here yesterday. We're going to talk about what print on demand is and what manufacture on demand is. And then I'll kind of weave in a little bit about the source and sell marketplace and Greg's vision for the future, and talk about the product catalog. And then we'll do a little bit of research, and Candace is going to show how to find designs on various platforms to where you want Halloween designs, you want Christmas designs, you want Mother's Day designs, you want grandma designs, you want golden retriever designs, you name it. We're going to show you how to get it for just a few dollars and find really great designs and what you can do there. And then we're going to talk a little bit about setting up your store. Hopefully you guys, how many people did the homework we left you with yesterday? Put a homework in the button that completed or stuff like homework. We know you did your homework. Anyone get their homework done? You got your free store set up. You're ready to go. I'm not seeing any comments come in. No one put new.
I see new and new. We have two new.
Okay. I see one homework. Okay, cool. Okay. So that's what's going on. Why don't you show launch links? Because I want to do the mindset. I got my mindset moment ready too. So
okay, I shared the launch links in the chat, so you guys can click that and then bookmark that.
Yeah, so keep in mind all of the resources, all the giveaways, all the bonuses we're putting on one launch links, and then eventually you're going to have your own launch links. And I tell people you should create two, at least two. One that you use for your link in bio to promote your store and your products and your services and your social media. And then two, one for you just to bookmark all your affiliate money-making links, right? So if you're going to become an affiliate for Launch Cart, you want to be able to have that link handy and that kind of stuff. So you can just use your launch links as a way for you to organize. It's like your own bookmark, but you can do bookmarks with that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So those who are catching the replay, I did post the launch links in the Facebook group and I pinned it. So as I mentioned on yesterday's live, I want to see you guys showing up in the Facebook group, making posts, sharing updates on your stores and your progress, because I will for sure be announcing an engagement giveaway at the end of the challenge. So after Friday, I'll be going through the Facebook feed and see who's engaging the most and who's posting the most. And I will be doing a big giveaway.
Hey, you know what's something I thought of today I've never thought of before? And whenever I get thoughts I've never thought before,
Yeah,
I think
kind of surprising.
that's like Gmail. That's like Gmail. And by the way, I was told about Gmail before Google launched actual Gmail. Back in 2004, I was speaking at an event. My friend Barry Spilczyk was talking about Gmail. I'm like, what's Gmail? He's like, Godmail. Godmail. Get a little download from God. And so I don't know. And then Google somehow stole that name from him, and they started a whole email program around it. But anyway, when I think of these things that I think that they think, and then I think that's a Gmail. I think that's a Godmail. So here's what I thought. How cool would it be to organize like a supportive co-op with all of the Launch Cart sellers that are doing the print-on-demand merch and the merch, that we post our stores in the group, and then everyone commits to going and viewing the stores and buying one shirt from somebody, right? Because if we have enough people build their stores and post their stores, and I go look at this one, I look at that one, theoretically, I should be able to find a shirt that I like that I would wear, and then I buy a $20 shirt from somebody, $25 shirt. Now I'm supporting them, and then you're buying one, and somebody's doing that. I'm like, I try to buy like once a month. I'll buy a shirt from one of our customers. I'll see their store. I'll go and buy something. I'm like, how if we could figure out a way to do that? Because there's nothing better than that feeling when you're new to this and you're just new and you've never made a sale online and you get that first sale, it really gives you a moment. It's like the happiness just it comes out, right? Anyway, so we'll play with that thought, and if anyone has any ideas around that, we can do that too. Are you guys ready for the mindset moment? Mindset moment. You guys ready for this? Okay, I'm going to go full screen. See you, Candace. Boop. Mindset moment coming at you, Greg Ryder. So I want to kind of share with you something I heard from one of my mentors and people that I just respect totally, and that is Tony Robbins. And Tony Robbins had this video where he talked about the 3 Ps that we have to annihilate. The 3 Ps. So I want you guys to get stuff ready to write it down, write this down. The 3 Ps. The first P is you think the problem is permanent. The word is permanent. Write the word permanent down. You think the problem is permanent, but nothing is ever permanent. Nothing. The only thing permanent is death, really. Even sometimes taxes aren't, but they used to say death and taxes are the only things that we're certain about. But really, you have to figure out in your mindset to where when you're going through hell, keep on going. That's what Les Brown says. If you're going through hell, keep on running. You know, nothing is permanent. So you can get to the end of it and you're going to come out, and life is always about ebbs and flows and swings and that kind of stuff. Okay. So the first P is permanent. Everything changes. There's seasons. Okay. So you're going to annihilate the thought process that everything is permanent, because it's not permanent. Things are going to change. Okay. Number 2, the second P is pervasive. No one problem is going to take over your entire life. You cannot let something become so pervasive that it takes over your entire life. You just can't let that happen. If you do, it just everything becomes self-fulfilling. You start to like self-sabotage yourself, right? So you want to make sure that you just don't think that anything is so pervasive that it takes over everything. It's just think of it as a piece. And that kind of goes back to you wake up every day with an attitude of gratitude. What are you grateful for? I'm grateful I have a chair to sit in. Like my mom is bedridden in her bed and can't even get up in a chair, right? So I'm grateful that I can look out the window and I see sunshine. I'm grateful that I have a bed to sleep in. There's always something you can find to be grateful for. You're grateful that, you're a son of God, whatever it is. So be grateful, get rid of the word pervasive. Don't let the enemy, don't let your mind, don't let that negative self-talk talk you into that your problem is so big, it's so bad, it's unsurmountable, it's just pervasive, it takes over your whole life, okay? And then the last one, which is a really good one that we all have to keep in mind, is personal, the word personal, right? A lot of us take on things personal and we blame ourselves to a point of destruction, right? So we have to love ourselves first. We have to believe in ourselves first. And the fact that you're on this call, the fact that you're joining us, the fact that you're spending your valuable time with us means that you have initiative, you have drive, that you are somebody and you're willing to spend your most valuable time to grow and to learn and to accomplish something, do something. So don't ever let your negative self-talk kick you in the teeth and tell you it's you and you take things personal. And you always have to reevaluate and be aware. I'm always talking about being aware of the negative self-talk and what you're hearing in your brain, hearing in your mind, and casting it down and flipping it up and flipping the other side and speaking other things, because that negative self-talk and that negative mindset is what's going to destroy you and the people around you. And so along those lines, let's just make sure that it's not you, and get out of the mindset that it's you that's the problem, right? It's not you. It might be your actions, it might be your mindset, it might be your attitude. But all 3 of those things you can change by choice. And I know people argue with me going, I can't change that by choice. You can change that by choice. And I like to always, whenever I bring that up, I always think of my friend Ron Hagee. He got paralyzed from the neck down on his 18th birthday. They didn't expect him to live past he was 30. He's now 45. He wheels in on a wheelchair. He can only move his head. And he has to steer his wheelchair with his mouth. He paints with his mouth. And he speaks to kids in schools. And over 1,000 times, documented over these, 20 years, however long it's been, kids have come up to him and said, man, I was going to commit suicide until I saw you speak, right? So if he can get up out of bed, have a good attitude, choose to have a good attitude, choose to be happy, choose to change people's lives, choose to do all this kind of stuff, then we surely can too. So that's today's Mindset Minute. I hope you love it. I hope you like it, and open to any takeaways or comments. Boom,
Yeah, you
bam.
guys, I want to hear the takeaways and comments in the comment section. Of course, I want to comment. I'm all about choosing a positive mindset, choosing to get rid of the negative beliefs, the limiting beliefs. And although that can be hard at first, it can be hard. You know, if you've been in the mindset of the lack of mindset and the limiting beliefs mindset, it can be hard, but little by little, like make baby steps. I actually have had this 5-minute gratitude journal. Like I've had it for over a year now, and I keep saying I'm going to open it. And it's literally a 5-minute gratitude journal. And all it is in the morning, you wake up and you write three things that you're grateful for, and 3 things that you want to achieve by the end of the day. So little small goals. And at the end of the night, you do the same thing. You just write 3 things that you are grateful for that happened today. And in the book, and I'll actually share the link if you guys want to get that. You can get it on Amazon. But I love it because in the very beginning of the gratitude journal, they talk all about gratitude. They talk about why it's important and how this really like is proven like scientifically to change, you know, your what you're like, how you act and how you show up, and how it can change, you know, your subconscious thoughts. So it's just like little. And honestly, like I hear my dad always talk about, you know, attitude of gratitude. I feel like I'm always really grateful, but like to write it down, I was like, oh my gosh, just like 3 things. Like it was actually kind of not hard, but it was kind of awkward. And then what do you know, like as I started kind of writing, it just started flowing out of me. And I'm like, oh, I'm grateful for this. And literally it was like the littlest things. I'm grateful for the house that I'm living in. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my kids. I'm grateful to, you know, working with my dad. I'm grateful for you guys for showing up. And like, what do you know, as you start saying these things that you're grateful for, you automatically feel better. And that's what this 5-minute gratitude journal is all about. It's like, do it first thing in the morning when you first wake up, set the tone of the day. Because if you set the tone of the day in a positive, grateful mindset, you're going to walk through the day like that. And if negativity comes your way or something happens, you already built this shield and this wall up where you're like, oh, this is not going to come in my bubble. And since my dad brought up his friend Ron Hagee, I went to an event recently and there was a lady who spoke and she was paralyzed from the waist down. Yes, from the waist down. And she came on stage and got to do a 5-minute speech to 500 women. And she shared that how she got paralyzed from the waist down. And then she said when she woke up in the hospital and she realized that she could no longer walk ever again, her aunt was there next to her. And the very first thing that she said was, why me? Why me? And her aunt immediately grabbed her hands and looked at her and said, don't you ever ask why. Do not get stuck in that ditch. And so her name's Sarah Foley. I'm actually looking at my notes. Sarah Foley proceeds to just share a little bit, like, do not get stuck in that ditch, climb out of that ditch. She was like, if I can climb out of that ditch, so can you. And she quite literally was stuck in a ditch. But at the very end of her 5-minute speech, she goes, my aunt was partly right when she said, do not ever ask why, because we shouldn't question, we shouldn't question, God's plan and what he has for me. But she was like, the reason why she was partly wrong was because she said, an icon decides why. An icon decides why. And she was like, I chose and decided why this happened for me. And now I am here to touch and share my story and touch people's lives and save lives. So now she's a speaker. She's on social media. And oh, that alarm is going off. Oh no, hold on, you guys. I have 2 phones.
There's our alarm system. Did everyone get that all at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay, finish your thought.
But I just wanted to finish, but she said, an icon decides why. And I love that because sometimes we can get stuck in that ditch of like, why me? Why is this happening to me? Me. But the second you go, okay, this is happening to me. This is happening for me, not to me. Or what's that saying? Is that right? It's happening. What's that saying, Dad? Have you heard it? Someone's saying yes.
No.
It's happening for me, not to me. Basically, it's like, use this, like
right.
grow through what you're going through and turn your pain into power, turn your mess into your message. So I think that's beautiful. So I think for any of you guys listening, if you guys are going through something challenging, choose that better mindset, choose those little steps of attitude of gratitude. Wake up in the morning, name just three things that you're grateful. Say it out loud to yourself, and I guarantee you that's gonna like shift how you walk through the day and how you have even interactions with people out and about. So yeah, those were just my takeaways. Decide why and show up and choose the better way of living.
Okay, cool. All right, so moving on. Thanks for all that stuff. I like woohoo, doom, boom, boom. Joel's getting into it with us. Okay, cool.
Yes, and
look
then
at that.
gratitude of attitude rewires your brain.
Yeah. Okay, so let's dive into it. So let's first start. I'm just going to take a minute for those of you who are really new and you really understand what print on demand is. So print on demand is a new methodology of people printing and making products. There's what I call print on demand and manufacture on demand. Print on demand is where you print a shirt or a coffee mug or something, and they do it on demand, one at a time. Now, in the old days, we'd have to go down to the screen printer. We'd have to go say we want to get how many shirts you want. Oh, how many mediums, how many smalls, how many larges, how many hats do you want? And you'd have to go through all this rigmarole, and there was always a minimum order quantity. And we always used to get them, and now we'd have them in our trunk of our car and in our closet, and we always end up with some we didn't sell. Those days are gone. So that's print on demand. Then we have manufacture on demand, where they actually make stuff on demand. So let me share my screen real quick. And I want to show everyone what's possible. So LaunchCart integrates with two different companies right now, and they're the two biggest companies in the world that offer print on demand products. One is called Printful, and Printful has a catalog at launchcart.com/catalog. And the men's clothing, women's clothing, kids' clothing, accessories, home living, hats, collections, and brands. And some people thought, oh yeah, I've heard of t-shirts and hats and hoodies, but I didn't know about some of this other stuff. I'm just going to expand men's clothing, right? And we have men's shirts, men's hoodies, jackets and vests, bottoms, men's clothing, all men's clothing and swimwear. Then I click on women's clothing, and now we have women's shirts, women's hoodies, dresses. Now let me show just dresses, because I want to show you what I mean by manufacture on demand. See these things, they're all white. Well, who wants to buy a white dress? Probably nobody, right? But what happens is you create the artwork and the design that goes on this dress. And what they do is they print the material with your design, they cut the material, they sew the material, and then ship it out to you. So that's what I mean by manufactured on demand. They don't print the design on the dress. They print the design on the material, cut it and sew it and ship it. So that's what we call manufacture on demand. And there's leggings, and there's sports bras, and there's shorts, and there's just all kinds of stuff. And they're always adding new products. And leggings are a hot seller, right? Now, again, because they're printing one at a time, like in this example, that's the $34.95 cost. That's the cost. So, if you sell them for $60, you're making some money. You might say, well, it's kind of hard to sell them for $60. And that kind of comes back to what we're talking about today, is the designs. So first I want to show you what's possible, and then we're going to go from there. So now we have kids and youth clothing, t-shirts and all over things, and all kinds of stuff for kids, hats, jackets. It's really, really amazing what you can do and what they have for all of the different family members and what's going on. I got to order some of those youth baseball caps. Onesies, and proven sellers. And then of course, home and living is like, what's home and living? Journals, home decor, mugs, towels, bean bags. Bean bags? What do you mean bean bags? They literally print the bean bag, cut the bean bag, sew the bean bag, fill the bean bag, send the bean bag out to you. You can have your own branded bean bag. Aprons for the kitchen, stickers, blankets, postcards, keychains, pet products, candles. You can print your logo on these candles, fabrics, puzzles. You can make your own puzzles, which during COVID, people were making tens of thousands of dollars every month selling puzzles. Puzzles is another really, I don't like puzzles myself, but my wife loves puzzles. Beauty products. And then as you click on any one of these links, you go a little bit deeper into, what's available, what's possible. Like with wall art, you got posters, you got framed posters, canvas prints, flags. Flags are another big one, right? Metal prints. I love those metal prints. They look so good and beautiful. It's awesome. So that gives you an idea. And then I'm going to show one last thing. We'll move on. I like to show the brands, because people go, well, what brands do you offer? And Printful offers brands like Bella Canvas, which is a top brand for t-shirts and apparel, American Apparel, Anvil, Bayside, Bag Base, Beachfield, Big Accessories, Champion, Cottage, Eco Conscious, Flex Fit. So you can kind of come here, and this link is in the launch links under the catalog, and it gives you an idea of the quality of the product. Now, again, keep in mind that humans pick the shirts off a stack, take the shirts to the printer, print the shirts, or embroider the shirts, or sew the shirts, and humans make mistakes. But the mistakes they make are very, very far and few between, and they do honor, if they send you a faulty product, they will give you a refund or replace the product, okay? So that's Printful. And then if I go over here to Printify, Printify is another one. Now, Printful is a big, giant company, and they have facilities all over the world. So they literally have a place in Japan and Australia and Canada and Mexico, and I have different places around the world. And so they can ship kind of globally. Printify is a different thing. They hook up and integrate with little small mom and pops all over the world. So it's a completely different model. So I like them both. You can get better pricing with Printify. I personally think that the consistency is not as quite good as Printful, because you're dealing with a mom and pop in Texas, you're dealing with a mom and pop in Los Angeles, you're dealing with a mom and pop in Florida, and you're not going to get the consistency that a big corporation can set up. But a lot of the same products, canvas art, stickers, coffee mugs, pillows, and you can see as I mouse over it, kind of adds the design, and that's one. So that's print on demand, manufacture on demand. But then you go, well, Greg, wait a sec. What if I wanted to do coffee? So I'm just going to go to Google, and I'm going to type in coffee drop shipping. I don't even know what to type, but I'll just type in coffee drop shipping because I don't know what to type. And I type in coffee drop shipping, and 9 drop shipping coffee suppliers, private label coffee. Somebody put in the chat, what would you like to sell that's not basically on Printify or Printful? Anything. Like, what would you like to sell? Like, I could even say drop ship furniture. I want to sell furniture, right? And you'll find people that will drop ship furniture, and you can sell furniture. The ultimate guide to drop shipping furniture, 10 best drop shipping furniture suppliers. And why would you want to drop ship furniture? Because the profit margins per customer are a lot higher. You're selling a $500 item and you're making $200 per item. It's great, right? So you could drop ship, or how about drop ship wine coolers? If I want to sell wine coolers in my store, okay, I'll do jewelry next. So like, I want to sell wine coolers, right? Drop ship vendors, no upfront costs, wine fridge, drop shipping products, wine fridge, right? So you can Google and just to find about anything you want, right? So jewelry. And so there's a supplier. Now, if you do want to go outside of Printify and or Printful, you have to use ShipStation or our order export tool to get the orders to the drop ship supplier. But jewelry's pretty big, and you can make a lot of money selling jewelry too. So with that being said, let's see if there's any questions as it relates to print on demand, manufacture on demand. There's over 400 or 500 products available with those 2 suppliers. Does anyone have any questions about that? And before that, then we'll move on.
If you are new, please don't hesitate. There's no wrong answer. And I just want to make a couple comments on Printify. As he mentioned, like, we kind of use Printful a little bit more, but like he mentioned, Printify does for some products have cheaper wholesale price. And you really have to look, because sometimes Printify it's like cheaper wholesale price, but then the shipping's higher. But I love to use Printify when it comes to the accessories and the home decor, because I feel like they have a lot of more options. So you definitely want to look at both catalogs. And I did just share our Printify link in our launch links. So after this call, you can just go to our launch links, and it's step number 5. Create your Printify account, because you can have both and integrate them both into your launch cart store.
So Rick is asking, if you use more than one POD supplier, how do you handle shipping? Well, right now you can hook up Printify and Printful, and the technology handles all the shipping for you, and it just goes to the respective supplier. And by the way, our integration sends the order to the supplier. So if somebody comes to your store, they buy a shirt, then they pay you. That money goes into your account through your merchant account, which usually takes 2 days, right? So now then that order automatically gets pushed through the technology to the supplier, and then the supplier says, hey, I'm not starting this order until I get paid. So you put a credit card on file with the supplier, they charge your credit card, and then that goes into production. They pick it, they pack it, they print it, they ship it. Then they push back a tracking number back into LaunchCart. So now, and then our system sends out an email going, here's your tracking system, all done automatically. You don't have to do anything, right? And so that all happens automatically. If you start to get outside of those two providers, which I don't recommend anyone do unless you're really sophisticated, now you have to incorporate with, ShipStation, and you have to do some work to get the order flow to them and to get that done. And with all that being said, I'll share about the Source Sun Marketplace after your comment.
Yeah, and so the customer will be charged 2 different shipping charges. Correct. If the customer is like even purchasing, like let's say you only have Printful products and they buy 3 items, it'll just be one shipping price, but they're gonna charge you per product. So like if they buy a t-shirt and let's say a hat, t-shirt, I think shipping is $3.99 and I think hat's $3.99. So their shipping is going to be $7. So the shipping is a little bit higher sometimes, but it'll just be like one shipping price, but it's combined from both Printful and Printify. That's why, and you can, always do sales if you want like orders over $100 over, can get free shipping. You can give them a code, but they will cover the shipping. And then I'm curious on the consistency, what could potentially happen in Printify? So like you said, there's humans on both sides. So there can be issues on there could be errors, meaning there could be errors in the stitching. There could be errors. Maybe they printed the design and it's crooked. So with Printify, sometimes your customer has been receiving a t-shirt, but then all of a sudden, maybe it's a different brand or style t-shirt because maybe they ran out. So the quality can change, but we don't want to scare you away from Printify. It's still a great seller. That's why we're partnered with them. We just sometimes, like I said, I choose Printful a little bit more. One, because just like the back end is a little bit more smooth, and I just am guaranteed a good experience. I never had a terrible experience with Printify. I'm just choosing, the more easier, smoother experience. And like I said, Printify, I use them for all of my accessories and home decor. Like I'm at their catalog right now. They have so many more options when it comes to the accessories in home and living, and even some apparel. They have some cool options as well. I hope that answered your question. Would it be better to do free shipping when you sell from 2 providers? So me being in the print on demand industry, once again, you're going to want to do what's best for you and your community and like the customer target you're targeting. Because the shipping can, get up there. So I don't really offer free shipping that much unless they're spending a certain amount, or maybe if it's like a big holiday, like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, then maybe I'll do free shipping on like orders over $50. I don't want to lose any of my costs in the shipping. What you can do, another option is you do set your retail price higher and then offer free shipping, and then you're not losing any money. So there's so many things that you can like test and play with.
Okay, I want to show something real quick. So the question, do you work with Applique or do I need to order export tool? So let me remove Candace real quick. So this question, this is from Applique, okay? What they do is they do these really cool hoodie liners. Look at that. How do I show you? I got my hoodie liner on here, right? I got my logo all in the hoodie liner. How cool is that, right? So with them, you have to get them the ShipStation. Typically with people like that, is you say, let's do ShipStation. And with ShipStation, they can have the orders flow into a ShipStation. They can print the label and stuff. And from there, and Applique wants you to have a minimum, like they want you to do like 10 items or 20 items, but they'll store them and they'll ship them for you, but you still have to do a little minimum order quantity. So it's awesome. And so I got an idea for our first contest. Who wants to win a $25 gift certificate for some LaunchCart merch? The first person to type in the answer to this question is going to get $25 of LaunchCart merch. Okay, ready? Here's the question. You guys get ready. Get your hands over the keyboards. Ready? What color was the shirt that I was just wearing before I put on this applique hoodie?
Honestly, I don't even know.
Who's paying attention, people?
Yeah, who's paying attention?
What color?
Okay.
Oh, Rick.
Wait, where's this comment? Did he get it?
He got it. Rick won. That guy's on top of stuff, boy.
Oh my gosh. Let me control the comments.
Okay.
Rick, he is winner, chicken dinner.
All right, cool. All right. Was there any other questions that we missed?
Yes. So, Elkel Wells. So how am I saying your name properly? So I must have a credit card. I'm not sure where this question was asked, but when you are working with Printful and Printify, in order to, so once you set up your launch cart store and then you set up Printful and you're building your products and you're syncing the two, which we'll be going over tomorrow. And then when a customer buys a product, in order for Printful or Printify to start production, they have to get paid first. So there has to be a credit card or debit card on file. I always recommend if you're able to get like a business credit card or just put a credit card and then you can get points. Like I know some people use like the Alaskan, like they use the credit card where you can get like airline points. So, and then you just, pay it off right away because you're still getting paid from launch, like, from your online store. But you do need to have a card on file for them to fulfill products.
Yeah, but with this caveat, if you use PayPal and you only use PayPal, you can also hook up your PayPal to Printful. And so the money comes into to PayPal, and the money goes out of PayPal to Printful. And that's the way to circumvent that.
Mm-hmm.
But we always recommend that you try to use, multiple options on the, PayPal. But that's fine to get started. It's no problem. But again, her point, I want to emphasize her point. When we were doing and really active in e-commerce, in 2025, I'm going to get active in doing e-commerce again. But when we were really doing it, we were doing millions of dollars a month. And I was using my credit card and paying everything off. And we never paid for hotels. We never paid for airlines. It was awesome. We had millions of points. It was incredible. So use your credit card with the most points. And if you don't have one that gets you really good points, go get one and really organize that, because you're basically buying here and paying here. And then you're racking up those points and you pay it off. It's interest free and you get the points that you get to do that. So.
Okay. Well, do I see...
That's a good one.
We'll make sure to do another opportunity, Joel. So yeah, is there any other questions in regard to the print on demand, manufactured on demand? And then I want to know who is comment. Yes, that's me. If you are completely new to the print on demand industry, if this is your first time kind of hearing about it or learning about it, I want to know if we have any complete newbies to the print on demand world industry. If I don't see any comments, I'm going to assume that you guys are all up to speed then. Okay, wait, I see one me. Okay, so good. Because I wanted to, let me share my screen. I just want to give a good visual, because I'm a visual person. So let me give an example. Let me share my screen, present. So we're going to obviously be going, we're going to be still holding your hand, guiding you. But I just wanted to show you one of my stores, Dope Mamas. And this is my merch store. And everything you see on this store is print-on-demand products. I do not own any of these products. I do not have inventory sitting in my house, and I do not have to worry about fulfillment. So that is why this print-on-demand is changing the game for e-commerce. It's changing the way for businesses and influencers and content creators to monetize their audience and following. All of these products right here and all these designs, as you see, I have a lot of Halloween designs we're going to show you today how to get the designs like this, because I'm not a graphic designer and I did not go create these. I did not pay a graphic designer to make these. I outsourced these, which we're going to show today. But I just want to show you that visual of you can literally have your own store looking like this, full of products with branded merchandise, and you can get going and get selling, and you do not have to worry about fulfillment or inventory. And I see a question about what did you use for models? So that's the cool thing with Printful and Printify. All of these mock-up images and the model images, most of them came from Printful and Printify. But I have another tool that I mainly use called Place It, which we'll go over tomorrow. it's just amazing of what is possible for you guys and how there's so many opportunities to make money, but there's so many opportunities for you guys to create something, create a brand that you connect with, that you want to, spread and share. So I just wanted to show that visual. This is what you can do with print on demand.
Okay,
I'm waiting for you.
So let me go back. So let's talk about buying psychology for a second. You done with your site?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So buying psychology. Why would anyone want to buy a Launch Cart branded merch shirt? Probably wouldn't. You mean you might because you're like, hey, Greg's going to be a billionaire.
Did you change again?
What?
What is going on, Ryder? You went from an orange shirt to a hoodie to a t-shirt?
Well, so why would anyone buy this? Probably wouldn't, right? Probably wouldn't, right? Now, now we give away, some people might buy them. We buy them for employees, that kind of stuff. Of course. But people buy merch, t-shirts, we all wear them. It's like the number one thing in the world people wear is you want to tie into them emotionally. You want to get them to emotionally. So again, I used this example before, and I'm gonna kind of go. Let me pull up another browser here and share my screen.
I got my
some of you.
Today.
Yeah. I hope this doesn't offend anybody, but I want to show you guys something. So let me share my screen. Where's my boom? Add the stage. So for those of you who don't know, my wife was recently diagnosed with stage 3 cancer, and we're fighting that battle. Okay. So for me, this saying right here, F cancer, is a top selling design. Let me fix that just a second. F cancer. And there are millions and millions and millions and millions of shirts have been sold with this design. And I don't think anyone's trademarked it. I'm not even sure if you can trademark it. There's all kinds of different variations out there. I never would want one. I never wanted one. Now I want one. Now I'm probably gonna make my own and wear it because I'm in that battle. And it's like that's that attitude that it's just like it's an attitude, it's an emotion. And for the people that kind of have that emotion and have that attitude, you might want to buy stuff like that. So one of the things we talk about is you got to find that design that's emotional, right? So let's say if I type in top selling grandma shirt, and I'm just going to Google that on my keyboard, just type, I can't type. And then it's going to pull up all these different t-shirts.
Blaming the keyboard.
Yeah, my keyboard is really messed up. Which, by the way, I installed Grammarly this morning to fix all my spelling, but it didn't work right there.
Oh gosh.
I type in top selling grandma shirt and there's just millions and millions and millions of shirts, right? And so, not about millions, but there's lots of shirts. There's lots of designs. And what happens is if I go here and I just type in plus Amazon, and I saw somebody say that they sell on Amazon merch, and I go to Amazon, I don't have any spy tools, but you can get spy tools that will tell you how many of these shirts are selling, and you can kind of find out what's going on. And I want to go to right here. Like this shirt, how simple is that? It's sold a lot. It has sold a lot of shirts. But what you do is you can even Google Amazon spy tool, and you can kind of come in here and you can see. But one of the ways you can just do for free is you find a design and you see 12 ratings, right? How many stars, and what's going on. And that gives you an idea if the design is selling, right? And so the idea that we try to teach people is when you're looking at trying to buy, let's say a golden retriever.
Shirt.
I type in graphic tee, right? Graphic, PHIC t-shirt. And it's going to pull up golden shirts with golden retrievers. And then I can see 535 stars right
reviews.
Here. Okay, that's proof reviews. Yeah, that's proof that design is sold, right?
And you can assume that there's 535 reviews. So you can assume like double or triple that have bought, right? And not everyone wrote a review. So do you guys get what he's showing you right now? He is showing you the research. Okay, because I've worked with many students and clients where we have these designs in our head, or we've created these designs, but it's maybe something that you've created in your head. And I'm not saying you can't sell those, but it's important to go research and see what's already selling and see what's already working to set yourself up for success and kind of to fast track, that growth and success. So he's going to Google, he's going to Amazon. I'm going to show you in a moment another platform that I go, and we're looking at, he's searching let's assume Greg's created, he has a Rescue Joe store, so he wants some dogs, or maybe he has a store just that he's going to sell to golden retriever owners. So he's going and searching that keyword and then searching shirt. Okay. And he's looking at the designs.
And I just changed the coffee lovers graphic tee, right? So, and then there is a tool called Jungle Scout that I've used in the past. There's another tool, 11 Labs, or what was the other one? The 11 something. I can't remember. It's been so long since I had those tools. But you can basically, if you want to really go deep, you can pay for these tools $10 a month, $20 a month, and it'll tell you exactly how many they're selling. And don't be worried about the price, because here you're competing on price. On Amazon, you're competing on price. And the idea is you're going to use this as inspiration. You're not going to steal people's designs, but you're going to take it for inspiration and then create your own design with that inspiration, with that saying, right? So that's kind of one thing you can do. And like I just typed here, top Halloween graphic t-shirt, Amazon. And again, you do this research, you can do this. So let me show you another. So if I go to Gear Bubble, I type in best sellers. Gear Bubble is one of the top. It's a different kind of a platform for print on demand, where you sell through their platform. And it said Gear Bubble bestsellers. Now it's giving me Redbubble bestsellers, which is another thing. You can just type in bestsellers on Redbubble and Gear Bubble, these are places. And what, Gear Bubble's not coming up. That's weird.
No, I thought they changed their. Right? I thought they changed. I could be wrong.
I guess I can just go to Gear Bubble and click on the bestsellers. So let me go to gearbubble.com. We're looking to integrate with Gear Bubble to get their jewelry, by the way. See, I go to gearbubble.com, I click on top sellers, and they show you the top selling designs on their platform. And last I heard, they had 400,000 or 500,000 sellers on this platform. Now, how many are active, I don't know. But and it's kind of the site's loading slow. But these designs, right? Dear dog dad, thank you for being a daddy. I'll come home another guy. So there's just all kinds of designs, and they're primarily jewelry and coffee mugs, but they have t-shirts and designs. So you want to do your research and search around. Gear Bubble's one place you could do it. Another place you could do is Viral Style. Viral Style is another place, just like Gear Bubble, where you sell on their platform and they collect the money and pay you commission type thing. And I think Viral Style has a bestseller category as well. And so it's about researching and getting inspiration and trying to find designs that you know are going to sell. Shop by, and again, you come here and you just get all kinds of ideas and inspirations. They don't have a best-selling category, but you can see what they have. And you can get an idea of the graphics. And so again, maybe if you're creating graphics, you can copy the ideas for graphics. You can get your virtual assistants ideas for graphics. These guys have been around a long time. They've done $100 million in merchandise sales, and you're going to find designs on here that sell, right? So that's one thing right there. And again, I just want you guys to understand. Now I'm going to tell you one thing that I was thinking about with me. I'm creating a brand. I keep talking about it when I find time, but I want to launch a brand called Rescue Joe. Drink a cup, save a pup. So now what I'm doing is I'm taking strategy and going, okay, coffee is hot. Like people who love coffee, like I drink 1 cup of coffee every day of my life. It's just like, I love coffee. I keep trying to kick it, but I'm like, why kick it? I love it. Right. And then I've always had, not always, but I've had a lot of rescue dogs, and I like rescue dogs. I love that. So let's combine those two. coffee lovers, rescue dogs, and let's donate some money to dog rescue. Let's do some joint ventures with dog rescues, and let's donate money to dog rescues. So let me get 2 emotional pulls. I'm going to pull on people that love rescue dogs and that love coffee, and I'm going to create designs and shirts and hats and sayings and stuff that pull on both sides of those. I love my coffee not as much as I love my rescue dog, or whatever that is. I got to put some thought into that and start creating, but I'm pulling on those 2. So I go look at the coffee designs, I go look at dog designs, and I try to combine the 2. And then I create designs that no one else has that pulls on 2 emotional triggers that then I go, wow, I want to get that. I can't get that at Walmart. And people will end up buying those designs and those shirts. That's how the graphic t-shirts business works, right? And same thing. What's that brand that I'm trying to remember that brand that you're working, that client of yours, Candace? It's kind of also got the F word in it, but it's an emotional pull. Yeah. So show people where to get designs and how to buy designs and how to get designs. So, because where I break down every time, I'm not a graphic designer. I try and I play with it and I kind of have fun doing it. I kind of find it enjoyable to kind of, veg out and try to create designs, but I'm not good at it. I know how to do it and I can kind of do basic stuff. But Cass can show you how to find designs, where to get designs, and how you can get them for a few dollars other than our design marketplace, which while you're doing that, I'll pull up our design marketplace. And we'll show that for today too.
Yeah, so I just want to recap the past few moments. So we showed how to go do market research on both Amazon and Google. Okay, so you're seeing, because maybe you're like in between niche. I never know to say niche. Maybe you're like, I have all these ideas in my head, but you don't know which one to pick. One, I'm always going to say, like, whatever you're most passionate about and what you know you're going to feel so confident about speaking about and sharing. But if you're like, Candace, I'm really passionate about a few of these, I would go research, because maybe you have an idea in your head and then you go to Amazon and Google and you realize that it's not out there. Once again, that does not mean you cannot succeed and it cannot grow, but I still always like to put emphasis on go with what's already working. Let's not reinvent the wheel. And what we don't have to. And you will see on Amazon and Google, a lot of people are copying each other. And there's a lot of competition. Just like you said, don't look at the prices, because we're not selling on Amazon. You are building your own brand on your own online store. So you have no competition when they're on your store, right? So when they're on your store scrolling through your products and they see a design they like, they don't have, 99% of people aren't going to go, I'm going to go see if I can find this somewhere else that's cheaper. That's not the thought. It's a scroll stopper. They're on your site. They already have that connection, maybe through your ad, through your social media. They want to support you. They want to connect with you. So I just love to always share those, because being in this industry, I always hear different thoughts and limiting beliefs, thoughts. So I always like to, reassure you and kind of just share my opinions on all that. So I'm going to go to Joel goes, emulating top sellers gives you an edge and not just copying. Exactly. And let me tell you, well, I'm going to show you in a minute. So let me get there. So I'm going to share the first resource, Creative Fabrica. I shared this link in the launch links, you guys. So here, I'm going to copy this launch links. I keep sharing it, but bookmark this. Okay, bookmark. And I have it in here so you can get access, or you can just click this link. So Creative Fabrica is a place where you can already go buy pre-made, ready to sell, ready to use designs. And I'm sharing this platform because a lot of our coaches love to share this. I love Creative Fabrica. I've just always used a platform called Etsy before this. So I'm going to share with you how I use Etsy in just a moment. But there's 2 places that you can go and find products. So actually, I'm going to go to the homepage for you just so you can see what it looks like. Like immediately, I just logged in. And look, right here, it says recommendations for you. It's showing me, as you can see, Halloween designs and some Christmassy designs. We are in fall, Halloween, and we're moving into Christmas. So to be honest, you guys, if you are just starting out, if this was a couple weeks ago, I would tell you to start focusing on fall Halloween design products. But we're already in October. I'm not saying you're going to miss the mark, but I'd rather you put your energy and focus in like Christmas and Christmas designs, which I'm going to show you right now. So I'm going to come up here. I have Dope Mamas. My store is for mamas. I just typed in mom and Christmas. That's all I typed in. And look, as you can see, 2,700 results popped up. And we got mama in the red and green. in my Mary Mama era. Okay, I love that. Like look at all this. And here I want to scroll. Let's see. Here, I'm gonna try searching one more time. The first time I did Christmas and then Mama, and I wanted to show you something. Oh. Sometimes like for example, what I wanted to show you was this one is $2.19, you guys. So that is so affordable, that's so cheap. And you can literally add to cart, purchase it, and then go put this on various products on your print-on-demand store. Mugs, sweatshirts, t-shirts, hoodies, etc. And the cool thing with Creative Fabrica is right here, you want to always look right here. Does this include the commercial license? And as you can see, it does, which means you are able to go put this on your print-on-demand goods. But what I was looking for was if you scroll, sometimes you will see design packs and they'll give you like 20 designs for like $2. And that's cool too. So I like to get the ones that have the design packs. So now I have, more than one design. But look at all these options. Any of those who are tuning in, comment below your niche, or who you want to serve. And I'll search that keyword. My dad was searching, dogs, coffee, because that's his brand. I was searching moms. I know one of my past clients, she was making designs for accountants, like funny accountant designs. A past client was a real estate agent. So we built a whole store for her other agents in her community, and then also her customers. Okay, so Faith. I see comments coming in for Faith. So we're just going to type in Faith and Christmas. Let's see what pops up. Look at this, you guys. Cute. We got Faith, $1. This is an ornament. So you want the ones that you could print on their products. But look at all these designs right here. Okay, so that is Jesus, the reason for the season. Super cute. So that is Creative Fabrica. I'm going to now go show you Etsy. Okay, hold on. I want to acknowledge this. Hi, Bridget. Bridget goes, if you use it enough, the monthly subscription is worth it. Ooh, okay. See, I need to look into that, Bridget. Because I play in Etsy more, which I'm going to show you, but I probably should come back and start using Creative Fabrica more. And then Rick, great question. So all these designs on Creative Fabrica, they're going to come with the PNG file. And see, I'm not super familiar with Creative Fabrica, but let's see. Sometimes it'll say like what it comes in, but it should come with, the SVG and PNG because they want you to use it and print it. So I'm going to go over here to Etsy. You guys might know Etsy. You can use it to buy, like, same thing, t-shirts. You could sell your print-on-demand goods on here. You could buy homemade goods. I still use it to buy my art files. So I'm going to come here and I'm type in Christmas. And here I'm going to do SVG because I know if I type in SVG that they're going to give me the files that can be printed. And the reason why I do like to use Etsy is because I like to see the customer reviews, because this is a good, like look at this, 1.5K reviews. Once again, I can assume double, triple have bought, but they didn't leave a review. So although that doesn't mean that, 1,000 of these people bought this and are selling and making lots of money, but it does mean that 1,000 people at least bought this and loved the product. So it's a good design. And I could assume, okay, if they like it, other people are going to like it. And look at this. This is $1 and it comes with all of these designs. So something to note here is the only difference with Etsy is you always want to make sure you're coming to item details and clicking learn more about this item. And you want to make sure that you are getting the commercial license. Because some designs on Etsy, they will say you have to purchase a commercial license. And if it says that, I don't even get it. I might go recreate it in Canva. Or if you are a graphic designer, you can go recreate it in Photoshop. But I like to buy the ones that already come with included the commercial license, because I'm like, I gotta see if this is gonna sell before I go invest in a license. So let's see.
And the one thing I want to say that some people get hung up on is, well, wait, if 1,000 people buy it, that means I'm competing with 1,000 other people. If that was the case, if all 1,000 of them actually built products, built stores, was marketing stores, That's like a needle in 50,000 haystacks. There's hundreds of millions of people online, right? So don't ever worry about competition and somebody selling the same design as you. Take that spirit that I mentioned yesterday, called cooperative capitalism. There's enough money for you. There's enough money for Candace. There's enough money for me. There's enough money for everybody. And that's why when we coach people about building your store, creating an About Us page and talking about who you are and what you're about and what you stand for, because people want to do business with people.
Yep. And for example, I'm glad you brought that up, because I have a friend, Jessica. We're both in the e-commerce industry. We're both serving the e-commerce world. Her and I have two different voices. Now, her community and my community, we do have some followers that follow both and they love us both. But ultimately, we do speak differently and we are attracting a different audience. So Jessica and I could literally sell the exact same thing, but we're going to be reaching different people. And that goes for you guys. There's 1,000 people, let's just say 1,000 of them literally have a store selling it. They are talking to different people. They are attracting a different tribe. So I'm glad you touched on that, because I want you to get rid of all of these limiting beliefs. Okay. You have a vision, you have a mission to speak on and spread. And this is the perfect way to do it through branded merchandise. And here he goes. The fashion show continues, you guys.
What are you talking about?
He has changed again.
Well, I just wanted to show you guys, this is a shirt. When I saw this design, I had to have it. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see that? And that's how I save the world. I mean, I saw the design and I'm like, I have to have that design. It wasn't like, maybe I'll get that. I'm thinking of getting that. I had to have it. I had to have it. I think I paid $29 for the shirt, and I don't remember where I got it. I don't think they're even for sale again, but you have to have it, right? I had to have that design. So when you start to thinking about how can you create designs that your avatar has to have, because it pulls so emotionally on them that they love it, right? So
yeah. So like I said, I like to use Etsy to just do market research. Make sure you're reading, like it'll say in that, if you want to use Etsy like me, it'll show you like, okay, you can use this in print on demand stores. But if you are using Creative Fabrica, you can guarantee that you're going to get it. Like you always still want to make sure it's giving it to you. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you guys. And then once you purchase these designs, you download them, you get them on your computer, you go on your launch, you go into your Printful account, which we're going to be showing you tomorrow, and you upload these designs and you start going crazy making products. Everything you saw, like I'm going to share my screen again. Go back to my screen, Pops. He's trying. Goodness gracious. This is
it's a little chilly in here. I had to get my zip up launch cart. Boom, baby. Is that nice? Huh? That's nice. Looking good over here. Boom, boom, boom. You know, it's just a little chilly in here. That's all.
Well, did you guys see I put my hat on? It's really sunny in here. I live in Arizona. It's very sunny. But okay, pull my screen back up, please.
Well, you click on it and do it.
I don't want to mess anything up. I don't know the tech. I don't know the back end of this. Okay. Just help your girl. Help your daughter. Help your daughter out. Okay. So as you can, like you guys, all these designs, cute but creepy. This little pattern. Oh, and something else that I love about Etsy, and I'm sure Creative Fabrica does the same, but Etsy is always chasing trends too. Like the Etsy creators, who are like creating the designs and product packs, they're chasing the trends. So last year's trend was like this, like cowboy. It was like a cowboy theme. Like cowboy was really popular, and same with this like the hippie stuff. And so if you were searching, like literally you could search Halloween, you could search mama designs, auntie designs, you would notice that all these designs were kind of similar. So that's what's cool too. And you'll even see that when you're searching on Amazon, like the trending current products. Generally, it's like there's a trend going on. So I love to use Etsy for that, for the market research. And this year too, the hippie cowboy is still like, it's still going strong a year later. So that's why I relisted all these products, because I'm like, oh, it's still in trend. So, but all these products I bought. Now, some of them I did create, like for example, this one I did create, just a mama doing her damn best. And I remember why I created this was because I saw a design on Etsy and they wanted to charge me for their commercial license. And I was like, I'll just go create it in Canva. So if you're familiar with Canva, you can go recreate designs, and I did just that, and I changed the font, and the font was obviously different. So I'm getting inspiration, but I made it my own. But in most cases, I am taking what's working, what's already created, and I'm not modifying it, and I'm putting it in my store.
No, that's fantastic stuff. It's just all really, really good stuff. And you wake up one day and you're like thinking it's 4th of July, and you're saying, "Whoa, look at that shirt! I gotta have that shirt. I mean, look how cool this shirt is, right?" It's like, I mean, I'm telling you, this is. I'm gonna go full screen on you. I gotta go full screen, and then I'm gonna twirl. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna twirl around. See? Pretty cool, huh? Woo! It goes with my eagle back there, right? I mean, you think about that. When I saw this shirt, I had to have this shirt.
I'm really glad my dad raised me confident, because he can't embarrass me. He just makes me smile.
Okay, how about this one? I'm gonna go grab my shirt.
Oh gosh,
with the superpowers on it. Whoever can quote what that quote was exactly gets $25 gift certificate. Where'd it go?
This is bringing him so much joy, which brings me joy to witness the joy. I hope this is all bringing you joy.
What did my shirt say? What did my shirt say?
Get Greg a runway. I literally do.
And so Sherry got it. What? And that's how I saved the world.
Okay, Sherry so far. I'm writing Sherry down.
Woo.
You guys get $25 merch credit.
That's how I saved the world. All right, cool. All right, so this is fun. I like having fun. Life can be too serious sometimes, so you have to have fun. So the point was, like, you find these designs, you find these shirts, you find the stuff that you have to have. It's like, I had to have this shirt. I really love this shirt. So I'm like, and when I bought this shirt, it was at an event. I said, "Where'd you get it?" And I want to track down the supplier. And I actually found the supplier, and I actually want to figure out a way to get them to drop ship for us, because it's one of these shirts you just don't see. It's just a really cool shirt.
Joel, she's on Facebook, and her Facebook came up first because we're streaming on both Facebook and YouTube.
Oh yeah, because of what we're seeing.
Yeah. Someone asked, do you have to purchase an LLC? So you can answer that.
Okay, so a limited liability company is a way to run your business. And I'm one of these guys that believes that if you stay as a sole proprietor and you start generating money, it's the worst thing you can do, because the government wants you to automatically fall into a sole proprietor. Taxes are higher, things you could write off are less, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I don't believe that anybody needs to go and set up their LLC if they're just kind of playing around. But if you start making money and start making sales, you're definitely going to want to get your limited liability company set up and run your business through there. So everything is a write-off. All your marketing, all your advertising, all your events, all your courses, all your costs, everything becomes a tax write-off. So you pay less taxes on what you're doing. And I don't really give tax advice and lawyer advice, but I think that everyone should do that. And then there's another thing about protection. You should start building your assets in your corporation, and your brand. Everything should be built in such a way that now you're building something that's an asset for your corporation, and that asset needs to be protected. So how do you protect that asset? You put it in a corporation, and then you can't be sued personally. Like everything going through the business, they can sue the business, they can't sue you. So when you get to where you're growing in business, we actually have multiple corporations for assets and real estate, different things like that. So you're always trying to protect your assets from this very litigious world that we live in, and that kind of stuff. So I think it's something that everyone should consider, and that's kind of my thoughts on that. Okay.
Great. Okay.
So Rick is asking a sales tax question, and we hate these questions, Rick, because it's so complicated. In California, San Diego County charges one tax. Newport County, or whatever the county is by Newport, charge another tax, and San Francisco has another tax. Every county has a different tax, and the laws, as I understand it, but I'm not giving you advice. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get myself in trouble.
We legally can't give advice. Or legally give people advice.
Most places nowadays want you to charge tax, collect tax, and pay tax on people that are in your state. So if you're in Rhode Island or you're in California, you sell to Californians, you got to pay tax, right? And so, but that's changing in different states. It's a big, it's a mess. It's a big mess. So what happened is everyone's selling online and the states, or no one's getting their taxes. So the greedy tax man says, hey, we want taxes. So what they did is they came out and they said, we're going to go after all you guys selling online. Well, how are they going to go after tens of millions of sellers? They can't. So they said, okay, how are we going to do this? So they said, well, let's go after Printful. Let's go after Printify. And I don't even know about Printify, but I know for a fact they went after Printful. And they said, okay, Printful, we can't collect tax from all those sellers on your platform, but we're going to charge you tax. So now what Printful does is Printful charges you tax based on the rules of where you say your business is and where that customer is. And they have technology that calculates tax. And you're going to see on your Printful bill, they've charged them, you're paying tax. Now, theoretically, and hopefully most of the time, our system's going to match their system. Our system integrated with a company called TaxJar. And TaxJar is supposed to tell us when to charge tax and when not to charge tax. And I don't know how much that's changed since we integrated with them, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. But with that also being said, if you go, oh no, I'm doing a lot of business and I want to do I'll pay my own taxes. You can then go get your business license for the city or the state or wherever you're at, and you can get the proper forms and you can send them to Printful, and then Printful will say, oh, okay, you're collecting tax. We're not going to charge you tax. And then you're responsible for collecting tax and paying the tax. So right now, you might charge tax because Printful's charging you tax, but you don't necessarily have to pay those taxes because Printful's paying them on your behalf. That's the way I understand it, and that's the way I run my business right now. So, and as we go into 2025, we are going to work on some different tools and strategies to really kind of make the whole tax issue easier and better and that kind of stuff. So that's kind of what I got going on there.
Okay.
Boom. Okay. What other questions do we have?
Yeah, any questions or comments so far?
And because we have a little bit of time, we're going into an hour and 10 minutes. Candace, you want to show Place It? How you do a lifestyle mock-up?
I can. Could be. Yeah, I can. I just got to go quick then. I just wanted to share, though, for anyone who is creating maybe graphics in Canva, this is a great reminder. If you're creating a graphic in Canva, make sure you're using at least 3,000 by 3,000 pixels, or to be safe, 4,000 by 4,000 by 4,000 pixels, and make sure it's a transparent PNG, because when you are creating your own designs, you want to make sure they're at least 300 DPI, dots per inch. And that's just so when Printful is printing, your design on these products, that's going to have the best resolution and it's going to turn out great. So any of those, maybe like you are creating designs, that's what I would use, 4,000 by 4,000. And then make sure you're downloading the image as a transparent PNG. I notice a lot of times my students, I've been seeing that you guys have like a big white box around it or a big black box. That doesn't necessarily look good. It doesn't sell well, depending on what like the design is. If it's like the graphics where it is like a big square design, but you always want it transparent. So I just wanted to share that. But okay, I'm going to try my best to do a very quick Place It tutorial. And here's this man again.
Well, I think I saw some rain clouds outside, so I had to put my. Oh, you guys said no. We had this. Wait, hold on, wrong one. Boop. Oh, where'd I go?
On me, sir.
There we go. I got my launch cart windbreaker. Right, it's a Champion. I love the brand Champion. Where'd it go? Champion. Where is it? Oh, it's on this sleeve. Champion. Look at that. Look at my little hoodie. In case it's. I saw some rain clouds out there. And a little zip up. It's beautiful. Love this thing. How come you're not wearing your merch? Your brand on your merch. You guys should all be getting your stuff, ordering your stuff.
Launch cart and my brand. 2 in 1. Okay. Share my screen, please.
Okay.
So I'm at placeit.net. I have shared, or actually, is it in the, you need to go look if it's in the launch links tools. So it should be in the launch links tools. And you guys, the reason why I also keep pushing like the links that are the launch links, that'll support me because I put my affiliate links in the launch links. So if you guys love me and that'll be your way of showing thank you, Candace, for showing up. Thank you, Greg and Candace, for showing up. That is my affiliate link. So place it. I swear, I love Place It, because something about me when I was getting into this merch, industry, the print on demand industry, and I was using the Printful mockups and the Printify mockups, what happened for me at first was either the models, I didn't like any of the models because sometimes they weren't smiling. And I want to make sure, like for my brand, I was like, I want happy mamas. That's what I'm putting out there. I'm putting out good vibes. So I wanted the models that were all happy. So sometimes Printful and Printify didn't have those mockups. Or what happened, I just was using the Printful mockups for so long that I was like, I need new mockups. And I, was like, okay, I got to order products and I got to do little photo shoots with myself and my friends. But then I forget how we got introduced to Place It, but Place It got introduced to us years ago. I've literally been using it for years, and like before Launchcart was around. And it's just a game changer and a time saver. So let me make my screen bigger. Okay, there we go. So placeit.net. This is a place where you will literally get those designs that you have, the graphics, and you can come here and look at this for you. See what happens when I hover over it, you guys? It's showing upload your image, and then when I hover over it, it's showing what it looks like with the image on there. And I'm gonna go to my most recent designs because I don't really have time to do the full tutorial. But look right here. I'm gonna click make more. This design I just made recently for my Dope Mama store. I simply, and I'll show you how I search, but I simply found this image and look at this. I put my logo on there and look how real that looks. It looks like I literally had a photo shoot. And that's what I wanted to make my store look like. It makes your store just look that much more elevated. And I feel like it really does make you look like a real business, and which does increase that trust and credibility when people are finding you. So really quick, if you're selling, t-shirt, you just come up here, okay, unisex t-shirt. And something to note when creating Place It mockups is Place It is great, but they have so many mockups that sometimes I've noticed that their tagging and their titling isn't the best. So if you're this says 597 results for unisex t-shirt mockups. So if you're scrolling and you don't find anything that you like, then just play with the search bar, put unisex shirt mockups, or just put shirt mockups, t-shirt mockups, play with that search bar. But look at this, you guys. Oh, oops. Place It's cool too. Look, they have stuff for Day of the Dead. They have Halloween stuff, and they even have Christmas stuff. So they also are always adding new mockups to their catalog, to their gallery, to meet our needs, to meet the needs of the season. So it's pretty fun. It's really cool. They have let's say you're selling phone cases. Let's put phone case mockup. Look at this. This one, you can put a t-shirt and a phone. I love coming here for not only the graphics for my store, but for my social media posts, for my ads. You can search anything, literally, like long sleeve, hoodie. And since so many people in the print on demand industry do use this, I feel like that they just know that, because you'll notice if a new product comes out in Printful or Printify and that product's selling well, chances are that mockup's soon gonna be in here. Oh, yes. Okay. So Rick, thank you for asking that question. I will show that. He said, can you match the color shirt with the POD shirts? So here, I'm going to go back and find a shirt. I'm just going to type in shirt and see what happens. Oh, and something else. Look at that one, has 40,000 results. So maybe just type in shirt. This tagging system you can use, but like I said, sometimes it's not the best. But let's say I typed in shirt, but I know I'm selling to mamas. So I want woman, okay? And you can even go to adult, baby, kids, senior. You can choose the ethnicity. So I'm going to do woman. And let's say I want this. Let's say I want, let's see. I'm just going to pick someone. Let's just pick her. I want someone who's smiling though, because I'm going to go show you how I would plop it in Canva. Okay, so we're just going to use her. I'm going to open up my Dope Mamas. I'm going to go to this product right here. And this is where the color picker tool comes in handy, which that is in the launch links, which I did share that the other day. I'm gonna click on the product that I want. Let's say I want my mock-up to be in this color. I'm gonna use my little color picker tool. I'm gonna come right here and just click, and now it's grabbing that color, and I'm gonna click copy, and then I'm gonna come back to place it, and then look, shirt color. So you can choose from here. They give you a lot of different options, but this is important because when you're creating mock-ups, one, you want to make sure that that style is matching the style you're selling, okay? Right here, you can see it's a crew neck short sleeve tee. If I was selling a V-neck tee, I would not want to use her because my customer would be very unhappy that they saw this and then the product that they ordered did not match. Same thing with the color. So that's why the coloring is super important. And if for some reason you maybe like here, I'm going to click, I clicked custom. I'm going to click paste. My keyboard's not working. Oh no. Why didn't it copy this? Hold on. Didn't copy my code. My keyboard's been weird too. Come back here. Okay. And I'm going to, there we go. So see how I just clicked shirt color custom and I pasted that and it changed that color to match. So what I was going to say, maybe you're having maybe you have like a heather color in your store and it's hard for you to match that color to the color here. Then I would go you want to make sure you're using a color closest to what you're selling.
And you know what? Even more important than that is that you want to make sure you create a style. I saw somebody else create a whole store and they were using styles where the style of the shirt was maybe a V-neck or something. And it wasn't the same style. Oh, you did? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like, that's what I just said. But let's see. I'm trying to find a mama design. What is this? Mama POD. I don't know what that is. I want to show you what it looks like with like a actual design. Not just put your design here. Okay.
And keep in mind, you can do there is a lot of mock-ups in place in Printful these days as well, and Printful, Printify and Printful. They both have decent mock-ups that you can use for lifestyle mock-ups.
And that's what I was saying though. My issue was sometimes they were the models and mock-ups were like, you know, like they're just really modelly. But I want like happy, excited. Like you want to pick the models that are going to evoke the emotion you're trying to create. So maybe if your brand's a little more seductive brand, maybe you have some seductive brands, maybe you want the more modelly ones. Or maybe if you have ones that, I don't know, I feel like every brand should be happy. Like faith-based, like happy. Dogs, you want happy, right? Where'd my screen go? So I just wanted to show this. So look, I just plopped my design in there that I had on my computer, Mama of Girls. And then something else that you need to know when making mock-ups for your social media post, for your product post, make sure that also the design is the exact same size that you're selling, okay? So I always go back and forth. I'm like, okay, does it look too big? Is it too low? Is it too high? So, I mean, this one's not on my store yet, but I would want to match it as, you know, as close as I can. So once again, when that customer is receiving that product and they saw this image, that there's going to be no issues. They're not going to be like, hey, this design was much bigger on your website, but when I received it, it was really tiny and small. And then so I'm just going to click download. And since we're here, I have to show you my next step, because what you cannot do, you cannot take this photo and go upload it directly into your Launchcart store. Why? Because the file is going to be super large. And I mean, it's good. It's good when maybe you are creating like, you know, social media posts or stuff where you need a high res banners, stuff like that. But for your e-commerce store, you don't want large images because that's going to slow the side of your store down, the speed. I never can say that sentence.
Well, and again, I think let's distinguish when she says large images, not large like in 10 inches by 25 inches, large in file size, right? So we always say crop it to like 1,000 by 1,000. So it's all your images are exact same size as far as pixel width and height, and then reduce the resolution of it so it's what's called web optimized. Because sometimes when she gets it from Placeit, it'll be like a 4 to 5 megabyte file.
Yeah.
And we want it to be under 100,000 kilobytes. So the difference is 100,000 kilobytes in a 5 megabyte file, it's 50 times bigger, which means it's going to load 50 times faster. And if you start adding 10 or 15 of those on your site, it's going to slow your site down. You're going to lose sales, period.
Yeah. So, and the reason why we do 1,000 by 1,000 pixels, like if you're using Canva or Photoshop with 1,000 by 1,000 pixels, because that's what both Printful and Printify are going to push to your store. And I love consistency. I love when, I think once again, it elevates the look of your store. I've done my research across other big brands, and I've always noticed that their images are the exact same, whether it's rectangular or square. In this case, the print on demand images are square. So we're going to do 1,000 by 1,000. I'm going to come here very quickly. I'm going to go upload this download. And two things that I could do, I could plop her right here, okay, and have her be in that size. Or what I would do, because as you've noticed on my store, all my backgrounds are white, like white backgrounds. I like it to look like we went, and had like a photo shoot behind, a white backdrop. So I just went click edit photo, and I clicked background remover. So this is a pro tool for Canva. So when I would upgrade to the pro on Canva, I think the monthly is very affordable. And look at that. I just removed the background, and it looks like I'm like a literally amazing Photoshop editor. I'm going to make her as big as possible. She's pointing. You want to make sure it's nice, in there. Now my computer's running slow. So now that I have her loud and proud, so you can see the design, I'd give this a title, and then when I click share, I'd go to download, and I would not download this as a PNG, because PNGs are a little bit larger files, and same thing, that can just make your site slow down. So I'm going to go JPEG, and just like how my dad was just mentioning, you can change the quality of the image. I've noticed when I click JPEG and when I do 80, it's still good. But if you want to lower it, you can lower it to 70, and it's going to say file size medium. And you just click download, download the one you want. And then I'd go upload this into a product in my store. Any questions or comment on this? And I know I was going pretty fast, so you guys try to, you're going to want to come back and replay this video. I think I did do a longer in-depth place it training recently, so I will look for that and I'll repost it in our Facebook group. So if you want that in-depth training, you will see how to use it and how to upload the product and how to upload the image into your Launchcart store. But let me know if there's any questions or comments. And if you're liking this so far, and if you're who's maybe heard of Placeit but who's not using it. These platforms that I'm sharing with you are the ones that I use all the time. Canva, Placeit, Launchcart, Printful, Printify, Etsy. I think everyone's getting it, unless I know there's a delay, but let me know in the comment section.
No, we're looking good, looking good. Okay, we're going to wrap things up because it's been 90 minutes on a little bit of the house cleaning. If you guys want to get the recordings and get access to these recordings, we'll also give you access to the last Launcher Merch Challenge recordings. Pretty much the same, but a little bit different, but it's just great material. They're $47, and they're going to be $47 through the end of this weekend. Then after that, the price goes to $97. And that link is in the Launch Links link. And then the other thing is if you're a VIP member, you can join us backstage at 1 p.m. You you'll get a link, and it's the same link every time. We go to the same exact link. So you remember yesterday, same exact room. And tomorrow we're going to go into actually some of the technical stuff, and we're going to build a store. All right, we're going to walk
you how to build the foundation of your Launchcart store, how to customize a few elements to make it just look elevated. And then also, is tomorrow to build a Printful product or just the foundation?
No, it'll be the foundation and to build a Printful product.
Okay, great.
So we're going to build the foundation and actually log into Printful, create a product in Printful, push that product to your Launchcart store. Then once you push it to the Launchcart store, you got to add to a category, review it, make sure it's good, and boom, you're done. And we're going to show you how you can do that in minutes. And then again, if you want to take the extra energy and effort to do Placeit, that's over and above. But you can really get some good mock-ups. And Canisha likes to use the flat mock-ups as opposed to lifestyle mock-ups when building her stores. And I like the lifestyle mock-ups, especially for social media and stuff like that, because it looks like you did a photo shoot. And if you're on a Launch Shops Partners program and you're building stores for people, it really makes it, your clients get impressed going, man, when did you do that photo shoot? Because it's like, oh, it's all technology, but it looks good. And you give them the social media for them to post on their site as well.
Yes. Once we purchase the recordings, are they for lifetime? I forgot.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Soaking it all in.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I love sharing, my tips and tricks to elevate and optimize the foundation of your store. So it's going to set you apart from, once again, the other brands and businesses out there. So you guys, your homework for today, you should already have your launch cart store. You should have already, you should already be working on your logo, picking your colors. Okay. And, I was going to mention if you guys, whoever purchased my branding ebook bundle, I'm going to send you a text or an email today. So please look out for that, because I had realized I forgot to include in the link, once you got the purchase, my Canva templates. And I give Canva templates for style guides. So you could put in the colors, put in your font and all that in your logo. So definitely. Oh, thank you, Rick. So look out for that. I'm going to do it today. So at some point, make sure you are getting something from Candace to get those Canva templates, and you'll literally just click it and it'll open up in Canva, and it's kind of self-explanatory. So for any of those who maybe still want my branding ebook bundle, it's in the launch links, and you will just click it and go to town with it.
Joel.
I'm going to. What is the partnership where you build sites for people with Launch Cart? So we have a program called the Launch Shop Partner Program, and it's a 7-week course. And you go through, and we show you on an extensive level how to build online stores. And then the second part is how to get clients and to sell. I say 7 weeks, but that's because when we did it, we recorded it for 7 weeks, but you can go through it at your own pace. And since you're already on this challenge, you already have a head start. So you can definitely go through it quicker. So if you want information on that, comment below right now, and I will send you the link to our replay, because we actually just did a webinar last week for that when we opened up enrollment.
Yeah, it was more like an interview, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah, so you get to hear, what truly is the program, what it all entails. I know I summed it up, but you just get in depth of what it is, what's possible, what the opportunity looks like. And then Francine, can you send your purchase link? Yes. Let me get that. So it's in the launch links, but here I can just also get the link. So this link that I'm going to send you right now, what you're first going to do is get my free branding checklist. So can you pull up my screen pops really quick while I copy this link? So right here, I just sent you this link. This is also the link that's in launch link. It's the very first link. You're going to come here first, put your first name and email, and you're going to get my free branding checklist. On the next page is where you're going to see the offer and opportunity to get the branding ebook bundle, which is 6 ebooks, 6 different guides that shows social media marketing, email marketing, the design basics, what I showed you guys yesterday, what is a brand, the detailed brand strategy and stuff like that. So you got to come to this page first, claim your free checklist. That's my freebie. And then you'll see the offer on the next page. And it's only $27. It's a very small investment. Okay, so great. So I see some of you guys are interested in just learning more for the Launch Shop Partner Program. I will definitely be getting you those links. And then watch the replay. And since it is a replay, message me if you have any questions or support at LaunchCart. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, Francine, for showing up and being here. I applaud all of you. Thank you for sticking with us. I love that you guys are in student mentality and you're willing to show up and learn. Now it's time to take action. And like I said, show up in the Facebook group. Show your progress. Let us be your family. Let us give you feedback. Let us share you on.
Yeah. Post your designs. Post your stores. Post your designs. And we'll comment. And everyone can comment. We can share that stuff. It helps motivate other people as well.
Okay. And also really quick, for anyone on YouTube, are you seeing my links that I'm sending in the chat? Because I see Phil, can I get that bundle link? And then Cuter, Doctor, interested in link. Are you guys seeing my links? If you're not seeing my links, it's
on the launch links.
Yeah, they're on the launch link, and launch links, it's just launchlinks.com/launchyourmerch, or email.
Launch your merch challenge. Launch your merch
sorry.
challenge.
Oh no, launch your merch challenge. Okay, you don't see them? Okay, well, I see Francine seeing the links.
I'm gonna go post it. I'm gonna go post it on YouTube right now. The launch links and link.
Francine is seeing
everything's there.
Francine is seeing on YouTube, but on Facebook, I am on Facebook and cannot see. Okay, so I'm gonna try copying and pasting it one more time in our chat, and let me know if you see it. I'm posting it right. Oh, we just did it twice. So let's see.
I see him showing up on YouTube.
No, I just said Facebook.
But I'm saying I see him showing up on YouTube too.
Okay, no, they already said they're seeing him on YouTube. They're saying they can't see him on Facebook, so that's what I'm trying to get at.
Oh.
But if there's any issues with links or you're not receiving something, just email support@launchcart.com and say, I need the launch links link, I need the launch shop partners link, or you need the link to the branding ebook bundle. And I will be in there today and I'll get those to you.
And if you are on YouTube, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, give it a subscribe. That's how all those YouTube people say. Thumbs up, like, subscribe. Okay, cool. All right. So that's fantastic stuff. We will get links to the Launch Shops Partners. We'll probably maybe just add that to it's called the Launch Shops Partners Program.
Oh.
We'll Candace will get that up to you guys that request that information. Matter of fact, just to make it easy for Candace to find out, if you're interested in the Launch Shops Partners Program where you're building stores to make money, put in LSPP. Just put in the.
Oh yeah, that'll help me actually. Because I was like, wait, some people are saying me for different things, and I'm getting lost. Yeah. LSPP and Kel, I'll get that to you. And then yes, that is the email, support@launchcart.com. LSPP. Thank you, Julie. Okay, Julie, I'll get that to you. Great. LSPP for any of those who want to learn more information on that. But
okay, let's wrap it up. Let's going to wrap it up. I want to say thank you, everybody. We just appreciate you so much. It's been fun. Tomorrow we're going to have the Build the Store Day, and we're going to answer any questions you have and where you get stuck on technology. I should have done the wardrobe show yet tomorrow because it would have maybe lightened up the whole technology thing. We're going to get that done. And then Friday, we got some exciting stuff coming for you as well. And then I'm going to post my crowdfunding video in the group. And then people who comment on that crowdfunding video, you have to watch it. And then we're going to have some giveaways tomorrow where we're going to ask questions about that crowdfunding. And that's going to be what we're going to use for some giveaways tomorrow. So thank you very much. We appreciate you. Do what we do. Wake up every day with an attitude of gratitude and do.
And tell somebody I love them.
Tell somebody you love them. I love you, Candace. Talk to you guys tomorrow.
Okay, bye-bye, everyone.